Once one of our favorite game series of all time, and for many, still their favorite. But no matter what your thoughts are on NBA 2K, there is no denying something changed. Let's talk about this. What happened to NBA 2K? Hey, what's up YouTube? It's Story of Sam, and if you're new to my channel, we post anything and everything NBA 2K. Let's dive into NBA 2K and why it ended up taking a turn for the worse. We need to find out what made the older 2Ks so great in order to discuss why the game series is ultimately on its decline. Many people consider NBA 2K11 as the first real 2K. Why is this? It's because Mike Wang, yes, Mike Wang got brought back to NBA 2K after being with NBA Live for so long. If you think about it, if Mike Wang never came to 2K, we could all be playing NBA Live 20, and that could be the big thing at the time if it wasn't for the legend himself, Mike Wang. Although he gets a lot of hate, he is truly the best thing to ever happen to the game series. So what really made 2K11 so great? The community was much smaller and people weren't so toxic in the game, and it was just all about having fun. Don't forget, Park wouldn't be added until NBA 2K14. Back in 2K11 through 2K14, the game wasn't literally forcing us that we had to buy microtransactions, and you could get your My Player to a 99 overall with close to no money spent at all. The main purpose of the game was to have fun while playing my career against robots. It seems pretty funny now looking back at it, but NBA 2K14 Park was only released for the next gen consoles, which had come out at the time, so the PS4 and Xbox One. So Park felt like a bonus instead of something the community needed to have every year like it is now. So now that we're moving on to NBA 2K14, Park was far from the best, but as I said earlier, nobody cared because they were just trying out the new game mode and it was just for fun. Moving on to NBA 2K15, this is when Park would really start getting big in the community. It is widely considered across many people that NBA 2K15 was the most fun 2K of all time. Not the best, just the most fun. 2K15 was the first 2K to add Park affiliations into the game, letting players pick between 3 basketball groups they wanted to join: the Sunset Beach Ballers, Rivet City Rough Riders, and lastly, the Old Town Flyers. The gameplay was extremely glitchy and people could make a 7-foot demigod, which was basically a player that was a 7-foot small forward that could shoot, dribble, and literally do everything. Just think of a My Player that has 99 for every single attribute. Basically, everyone in the community had that type of player, which was called the demigod by the end of the year. But yet again, it was very fun and dribbling was at its best. Unlike the 2K games that we have gotten in recent years, 2K15 has unlimited stamina, so you could literally dribble around the entire shot clock. This is a feature that I feel would benefit games like 2K20, because in 2K20, I do a couple of dribble moves and then my guy literally needs a lung transplant. Moving on to NBA 2K16. This is when most of the community agrees 2K nailed this game and it was a masterpiece. We were given the same 3 Park affiliations from 2K15, but with brand new parks to associate with them. You could upgrade your player any way you wanted, and there's no archetypes. Dribbling was also very, very strong this year, with speed boosting being as fast as it has ever been. This is also the year when 2K YouTubers started blowing up in the community, like Pretty Boy Fredo. And he really shaped the 2K community because with all the popular YouTubers now blowing up, they were pretty much all inspired by Fredo. The Park rep in 2K16 made 2K so much more lit because people like Nadex and everyone was grinding for top rep and pulling tons of live viewers, growing the community at a rate it has never seen before. Although at the end of NBA 2K16, the game became extremely dead because they removed speed boosting because the devs, for some reason they thought it was too strong, but overall, 2K16 was extremely successful and the entire game series was in a positive state. Now that NBA 2K17 came out, the community was in utter disbelief because we had the exact same parks from NBA 2K16. This was the first year 2K added archetypes to the game, and you could literally choose a special skill that your player would excel at. This wasn't the worst system for building a player, but it definitely seemed like that in 2K17. Everyone's player was extremely one-dimensional, and you couldn't have an all-around type player. Although 2K17 still managed to keep the community very happy because the gameplay was still good. Glass Cleaners were one of the most dominant builds in the game because they could knock people over with consistently setting Hall of Fame brick wall screens, and if you were a more advanced player at the game, you could shoot 3-pointers with your Glass Cleaner. The dribbling was also in a great state and tons of dribble gods blew up in NBA 2K17, including Hate the Tank and I Run You and many more. NBA 2K17 was one of the first 2Ks where a defending build, like a lockdown defender, would be one of the best options in the game. 2K17 would end up being known as the last good 2K to ever come out. But why is this? Let's keep going and find out. Now that NBA 2K18 was up to drop, it was super anticipated. Everyone thought NBA 2K18 would be a crazy good game, and in the end, this game was a complete flop. The game had an obsession, like a literal obsession over microtransactions, and made you pay virtual currency for something as simple as a haircut to your virtual MyPlayer. The gameplay was awful, and everyone in the newly introduced neighborhood was gray, boring, and garbage. The game marks when 2K would take things way too far just to make money. The first 3 months of the game, I swear to you guys, it was basically unplayable. The lag on the courts was ridiculous, and for the first time, I barely played 2K that year. I think I had like 200 My Park games played, which is nothing. I had like over 1,000 years prior. But moving on from NBA 2K18, there really isn't much to say. It was complete garbage. Let's just move on to NBA 2K19. So now that NBA 2K19 has come out, and again, 2K slammed us with making us buy stupid stuff like spending over $8 on a virtual do-rag when I can get one in real life for like $2. The gameplay was not that good, to say the least. There were tons of bugs like pushing. In NBA 2K19, guys, if you didn't play 2K19, you could literally just shove a player across the court with no foul. You could do this all game long, and people abuse this thing. You could just do it constantly. It was super toxic. There was also a thing called L2ing, which a player could just simply hold L2 down and basically just get the opponent stuck on you, which was super overpowered. If I had to give 2K19 just one word to describe it, it would be cheese. The game died really fast, and I believe it was a very overhyped game and got way too much love. Now, the game we have, 2K20, the visuals are the exact same as 2K19. They literally copy and pasted 2K19, but just changed the gameplay. I believe 2K20 has some damn good gameplay because there's like no cheesy moves you can do that's like widely considered toxic in the community. There are a crazy amount of blue screens and people getting dashboarded. If 2K can fix all the crashes and lag spikes, I feel like 2K20 will go down as a great 2K. There are a lot of mixed opinions on 2K20, so drop your opinion down in the comment section down below. That's gonna wrap up the video for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to subscribe and drop a like. Anyways, guys, it's been Story of Sam, and I'm out.